And welcome back to the episode 2 of the developer's commentary of Into a Nightmare. As always, Rock here. And so, last time we pretty much cleared out the Area 1, and we're ready to go into Area 2. However, there is one thing I'd like to do before we get into that, and it's that chest right there. It's one of the things I haven't seen anyone successfully get the first time they come through the area yet. So this is the Mushroom of Power, Sharpness 3, Fire Aspect 1. It is a bonus monument item, so we'll be grabbing it so that we don't have to come back up in a second pass. But yeah, that is a bonus monument item, and the bonus monument is something that I added post-jam, so it's kind of new, and it was more of something to extend the map playtime a little bit. Okay, so here we have a little building. A lot of this rail line was actually done post-jam. The rail line itself was actually done during the jam. However, stuff like this coal here was done post-jam due to some people talking about not having enough coal during the jam. I think some of that had to do with just we didn't have our starting pick that we had during the jam. The Fortune 3 that I added onto the pick was done post-jam, so that helps a lot with getting that coal in that starting area. This platform, this little fancy stuff, this building, that fancy stuff, that platform right there was all done post-jam. So it's I did a lot of work post-jam to kind of polish up the area and map. So this is a nice little decorated area, and it looks innocent enough. You can get torches down and all that and be like, this is safe, this is good. It's not a trap chest or anything. However, there is a little bit something sneaky here. So these two spawners right here spawn poison potions riding cave spiders. Now, because the poison potion is on the top of the stack, it is the thing that checks for light level, and because potions don't care about light levels, these cave spiders with poison potions on them will spawn regardless of light level, meaning no matter how well you light this up, they will spawn. I've also reduced the spawn range of these to four blocks. 4 blocks to make it so like you'll be in the room and be like, oh, it's safe, and then you'll run up to the chest and start looting it, and then they'll spawn. So I will get close enough. As you can see, there's the sparks. We'll get close enough so we'll get them to spawn real quick. There they are. As you can see, there's the poison potions on them. There we go. That one dropped. There's another one that dropped. There we go. And so I just kind of a trolly kind of thing to do to the player, but that was done post jam. Well, like this whole building, but it was just a little something funny. Just a little something to guard this stuff, which is protection 2 leather gear, as well as 2 resistance 3 for 35-second splash potions. So just they're little guardians of the loot there. And we'll definitely come back and grab this. However, our inventory is filled up to the brim, so I'm not going to worry about it just yet. We can come back and grab it after. So this is the rail line. Most of it is the original. However, this devious little trap right here is done post-jam, so anyone who watched the making of this map doesn't know about this trap, and it's actually hit quite a few people, which is pretty funny. So this is a detector rail, and the way this junction works right here is because it's not rounded. What happens is the player speeds down the rail, hits this junction, activates the detector rail, and then gets kicked off into the pit. Now, because they're in the pit, they're pretty much screwed from the TNT that is about to eat their face. So that TNT activates, dropping down, and then that blows up A buttload of TNT. If you get caught by this trap, you're pretty much screwed. And there has been a few people that got caught by it, to be just so you know, which is the funny part. I think that's the most malicious trap that I've used as of yet, because it actually has, you could actually lose your gear. You know, between Arachnopocalypse and this map, that's the only malicious trap that I've used as of thus. You know, we had the dispenser trap in Arachnopocalypse, but you know, you can get by the time you got back, the mobs despawn and you take your gear. And then the second trap right here isn't very malicious, it's just trolly. So I like to do a majority of my traps, actually, with the exception of the cave spiders, the poison potions riding cave spider, like the mini trap, like all the traps that I normally do, it's you should have known better and you shouldn't have done it. So if you got tricked by it, it's your own fault. That rail cart trap, if you die to that, it's your own fault. This jump pad trap, if you die to it, it's your own fault. But speaking of the jump pad, if we look at it, let me grab it quick. If we look at it, what it does is applies jump boost 4 for 5 seconds to us. So we can click it and we'll see jump boost 4 for 5 seconds. Ooh. The only bad part of it is that it will, you know, you'll take a little bit of fall damage. And I guess if you have your awesome boots, you don't have to worry about it too much. But it's the only downside of it. It doesn't stop the damage shakes, which kind of sucks. So as you can see, it's pretty safe all the way down. However, there is one particular platform on this line that provides jump boost 31 for 2 seconds, which pretty much jumps you up to the ceiling. Let me break that. So, I put it this far low down because by the time you get down to this, you know, the player's gonna jump down, check it, jump down, check it, jump down, check it, jump down, check it, and by the time they get down to here, they're not gonna, the player's not gonna know any better. And I've actually tricked a few people with that trap, from what I know and from what I've seen. So it does work, and it mostly works off the principle of the player is gonna stop checking after so many times. You know, after 4 or 5 times of seeing that it's not trapped, the player will look. It's kind of based off of a psychological thing. Like if you know, if you keep continuously doing the same thing and it's safe every single time, you're eventually going to stop being paranoid and checking, and you'll get hit. It'll eventually trick you. So that's kind of how these jump pads work. It's like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, after 5 checks, you're like, well, oh, we're pretty much at the end. It can't be anything bad. And then, bam, you jump up to the ceiling and hit the ground. So, sneaky rock is sneaky. Okay. So here we are at the entranceway to Area 2. The prison. Get rid of these guys real quick. Thank God for this full knockback resistance. It's funny. I've seen a few people LPing it and then see the boots and immediately discredit them, and I shake my head a little bit. I'm like, why are you discrediting those boots? These boots are amazing. You know, full knockback resistance. You know, you've got a 50% increased health. There's not really any reason to not use the boots. You know, I think what people see is they see that they see the speed reduction and immediately assume that it's bad, which isn't really the case. Like, just because, you know, it doesn't have full speed or increased speed and whatnot doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It could still be good with having a decreased speed, which in this case I find that it is a fantastic item, and I'm actually really happy with the end results of it. So let's deposit some gear here. We'll drop off the mushroom of power, the sad Susan steak, and the red wool. Some coal, wood, you, there's a lot of this we could probably deposit. Like that. That. Plop this down. Food. Food. Grab a little more torches. So I'm not going to worry about grabbing that. Actually, I should grab that protection 2 gear up there. How's our gear doing? We'll bring this backup gear with us because our gear is going to break here pretty soon. Actually, I might be able to anvil a little bit of this. You with you. Protection 3. I would rather blast protection. Oh, okay. We'll do that. There we go. You little sneaky guy. Sneaky creeper, sneaky. Alright, so this is area 2 at the entranceway. I spent quite a bit of time polishing up this entranceway. These lava pillars right here, the stalactites and stalagmites on the ceiling and floor are done post jam. The front of the castle, however, was done during the jam. I had a lot of feedback from people on the live stream on whether they like different designs and whatnot. And I also had Halacio. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I'll go with Halacio. Stopped by from and chatted a little bit and gave some feedback when we were constructing this area. For those of you who don't know who he is the map maker, evil genius behind Ragecraft and Ragecraft 2. So that was quite an honor to have him over. But yeah, this is the entrance to area 2. But let's get into it. We will have to grab a bed here in a second. This area has a plethora of beds. So for the people who didn't grab a bed from the spawn area and bring it with them, they can get beds here. So let's start off by getting in and blocking off the entranceways. There we go. And then lighting off. It's kind of just a typical CTMer strategy of getting into an area, blocking it off, lighting it off, and then moving from there. That way you don't have to worry. You have a lot less to worry about. Oh, that's a nice natural spawn drop. Fire protection, respiration. Okay, so we got 2 sides. The majority of this area is mirrored. So like this right half is almost identical to the left half of the whole castle. It was kind of a time-saving technique. I did do minor modifications as I was working on it, but in general, let's block this off for now. In general, it's kind of mostly mirrored. Almost, I think all the cells have loot in them. There might be 1 or 2 cells that don't have loot in them, but a majority of the cells do have loot. They also have spawners. So under here, we've got this spawner right here. And it's kind of the same with all the rooms. There's pretty much spawners in almost every room. Keep this. We've got blast protection 2, 15% increased health. Projectile protection 2, some knockback resistance. So yeah, all the cells, if I remember correctly, all the cells have a little bit of loot in them, so that people who actually, no. So this is a prison guard. He's wearing protection 2 iron gear and has a pretty good chance of dropping it. And he's also got a stick. A stick that has knockback 3 on it, which is one of the big reasons why I like the boots of Steadfast, is because it prevents the prison guards from messing with you a bunch. So this is a prisoner. What is a prison without a prisoner? So the prisoner's wearing his formal black and white attire. He also has a flint in his hand, which in this case is a shiv. The Shiv, which if I can get that one of them to drop, I'll show you the stats on it. Oh, hello guys. There's a lot of you. I unfortunately fought near the stairs, so probably a lot of mobs from upstairs are going to wander their way down. So we'll have to try brute forcing our way up. There we go. That one of them dropped a Shiv. The Shiv is actually a pretty good item, and it's probably something I will be using temporarily for a weapon. Luckily, we can use our Sarge sword to just bop them around. The Shiv has sharpness 5 on it, which is actually pretty good. What was in this cell? So this cell has some loot in it. I think these are like 3 or 4 hits with the Shiv on these guys. These guys have normal health, I believe. It's under here. Yeah, there it is. And I think under here too. Nope, just under there. Okay. So this chest has some potions, golden apples. Okay. There's a bed. I will take this bed with me. Let's move out towards the area, or our bed-like area. We're going to have to want to block that off here in a second. Let's see if I can get over here. Luckily, they're not too fast, so I'm not going to have to worry too much about danger. Oh, not that. Hi! Hey, guard. Or, oh, prisoner. Okay, I think you can get up over that. Yep. Alright, so we'll get a little more. There we go. And that should make us pretty safe now. We've blocked off that entranceway up to the 2nd floor. No mobs can get over that and over to us. We'll cover a little bit of blocks here because I don't want to have to mine anymore. Okay, we got that that cell looted. We've got some more space in our inventory, and our gear is handling pretty well. Over in this cell, I don't quite remember what was in all the cells. I have an idea of what is in some cells, but I don't know what cell they're in. The nice thing about a lot of these cells and stuff is that they're pretty blocked off, so you're not going to have to worry about mobs coming to get you. Food and such. Oh, here it is. Reinforced Shiv. A sharpness 7 knockback 1 weapon. This is going to be our new weapon for a bit, and it's actually also part of the bonus monument. It's one of those items you wouldn't know is part of the bonus monument until you actually got to the bonus monument. However, I'm going to grab it preemptively because I know it is part of the bonus monument. The rest of the chain gear that we had in the other, and did we get in here? We did. I think we got everything on. Oh, aside from here, let's get over here. Alright, so these are the... I don't know where you guys spawn from. These are the prison guard spawners. They are blocking their prison guard chest, which has the warden officer's riot shield, 50% max health, full knockback resistance, some attack damage, and minus speed. They also have this warden officer's Kevlar vest. The Kevlar vest is kind of meh because you don't really fight many skeletons after this part. It was kind of a little bit of miss sight on my part, but that was an item that was in the original original map, so I just kind of left it. Carrot don't need any more. The reward and offered for shield will take, and the Kevlar vet, Kevlar, and this. There we go. Okay, so let's get back here for deposit our stuff. Let me deposit my stuff real quick and sort some stuff out, set up my bed and sleep, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're good to go. We slept in our bed. I don't remember if I mentioned it last time. It is important to note that this map is pretty much eternal twilight. So there is you can always sleep, regardless, as long as there's you're not getting prevented to sleep by mobs nearby. You can always sleep. It's actually something I actually like quite a bit. I did it in a Rock Apocalypse, and I did it in this one because I actually like I like that fact that you're able to sleep whenever you want. Whether I do it in I'm breaking 2 sharpness 1. Okay, that's okay. Whether I do that in Fractured Realms or not, I'm not entirely sure. Haven't quite decided yet, but we'll see. I'm sure I'll figure it out sooner or later. Don't remember. There's that bad boy. Some of these areas do have empty spaces below them that mobs can spawn in. I guess that could be used for as a honeypot, more or less. But it was not intentional that I had those in there. Though, I guess it does have the added benefit of being pretty good that they are there. Ooh. I believe there's a spawner under here. And here. No. Oh. Okay, no, I blocked this off good. There's a riot guard. Or a prison guard somewhere. You can't knock me off. Doot doot. Alright, so let's get a block here. Keep going through. We'll get some. We need to kill these guys real quick. That is the reason why I love this Boots of Steadfast, is I can stand there and pretty much ignore a skeleton and do what I need to do because he can't knock me around. Same with these guys. You guys can't knock me around. I do what I want, go where I want. That's the power of the Boots of Steadfast. And I think the Boots of Steadfast will make a make a return in Fractured Realms. I do like them a lot, and I think they are a worthy item to bring back. And so I've got a few comments about the lube in this chest here. I was trying to do a little joke because you're in a prison and there's lube in the prison, and I've gotten lots of people shaking their heads at me, and I thought it was funny, and apparently not everyone thought it was funny, which made me sad a little bit. But we'll be taking that. I was apparently the only one that thought the lube was funny. So sad day for me. Yes. Okay, this is the cell. I think this is the only cell that has a hole in the ceiling where mobs can come down from. Because this cell... Oh, you hurt. That's right, you got sharpness 5. Sharpness 5. You got hurt. This cell is special in that it has a really good item in it. And I'm out of blocks. we go. It is an item that I've seen used barely. However, it is there for players that want to use it, and I'm sure there are some that would and do use it. But it's not something I really use. We put that there. I believe there's a spawner under one of these. Or two of them, I think. Might be under two. Yeah. So this item, in particular, is a little something something. Called an enchanting table with a stack of XP bottles. Something good. Something lovely. I had searched through this cell, right? Yeah. So we're almost done with the first floor. I'm gonna try finishing up this area. I'm gonna try finishing up area 2 before I call it for today. So this episode might be a touch longer than last episode. We'll see. So these originally these two chests had the identical chest to over there. I did go through in the post-jam update and improve a lot of. I did improve a lot of loot that was in this area. A lot of the loot in this area was improved quite a substantial amount. And these chests were a good example. So we added the defibrillator, which is a insta health 10, which also has the adverse effect of killing the undead. So it's really good at killing hordes of mobs, as well as the warden officer's riot baton, knockback 4, a little bit of knockback resistance, a little bit of extra attack damage, and some minus speed on it. Let me get rid of some of the crap in our inventory. Alright. So I think that right there in itself is the first floor complete of the prison. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. I can hear a lot of mobs above us or below us. They're somewhere. Let me drop off some stuff real quick. This will also give us a little bit of a chance to have some mobs despawn over in that other area. Kill. Oh, if you don't want to. Okay. Give us a chance to throw some stuff. We want to throw that on our book. Our bow. We don't have any. We do have some cobble. Can I repair our bow? Or pick? There we go. I probably could have put a level 30 on a wooden pick or a stone pick, but it'll do. Drop off that. Let's put that on our bow. Power 4. Drop that off, that off, that off. Grab a little bit more blocks. Our gear is holding up pretty well. Ooh, the boots of steadfast are not staying so steadfast. Okay, we can combine those. How much does it cost to rename? 22. 22, huh? I think I should have enough XP with the XP bottles. We need 22 levels. Oh, plenty. Those boots of steadfast are too good to... Making sure nothing's around. Boots of steadfast are too good to not keep with us. Boop, boop, boop. Boots of steadfast. And we also added protection 2 to them, so that makes them even better. Okay, so we increased our bow. We upgraded our boots of steadfast. We fixed our pick. Made ourselves some torches. We are good to head back in and head over to the second floor. Now, each of the sides of the prison do have a pathway up to the second floor, as we did see. So, regardless of which direction you do go, you can get up to the second floor. It was a intentional design decision for that. Also, because the areas are mirrored, that helps a lot too. So let's get through. As you can hear, the pigmen are up on the 3rd floor. There are 3 floors to this castle. Originally, it was supposed to be 4 floors, but while I was constructing the map, I was running out of time and didn't have the opportunity to actually make the 4th floor. So I ended up turning the 4th floor into a honey pot, which probably ultimately was for the best. So I'm not too sad that I did that. So right here we have a floating chest that you can see from the 1st floor, and from what I've seen, most people end up just pillaring up to this and grabbing this. It is a Smite 3 and Breaking 3 and Fire Aspect 1, which I'll swap over to that for now. That'll give us a little bit of blocking, and I think at 2 shots or 1 shot. If we crit, I think at 1 shot. Overall, pretty solid, especially in an area that's filled with undead. Oh, that's one kind of thing I've seen with a lot of people, is that they're somehow getting overrun. I'm not entirely sure how they're doing it, but a lot of people appear or not a lot, but maybe some people appear that they get overrun, and I'm out of blocks, aren't I? Hey! I need you to stop that, buddy. I think I need some more blocks. I appear to get overrun. And honestly, it's probably because I know the map and all the items and all the areas and stuff that I don't get overrun, but it's kind of... I'm not sure. I get confused a little bit. It could just be the speed at which people are going through the areas. You know, I'm going through at a fairly fast pace, whereas some people might not do the same. Hey, Creeper. You are a natural spawn. Oop. Okay, let's back up for a second. Alright, let's get back in. Alright, so this is a broken wing. As you can see, there's a lot of mobs coming from it. That is because their cells have been exposed. That's why it's visible. And actually, there's a little bit of loot. This is the holes that you saw from that bottom floor. The ones we had to block off in the ceiling. That is this area. There we go. There's our diamonds and iron. There's actually one item in this prison that is actually functionally doesn't work as I had originally intended, but I ended up leaving in there because it kind of rewards the people who catch on to it. This is the other wing of the prison. I believe this has the diamond sword in it. Yeah, sharpness 25, diamond sword. This diamond sword has 1 durability on it, so if you hit anything with it, it will die. The original intent for this diamond sword is that you were to anvil it with another diamond sword, which would lower its durability to 25, or not 25, sorry. It would lower its sharpness to 5, because that's the highest natural enchant you could do. However, you can repair it or combine it. You can anvil or repair it with diamonds, and you can keep it as a sharpness 25, which is something that I learned through watching a buddy of mine live stream the map, Bolt. He found that, and I'm not surprised because he finds like all the things that I never expected all the combined things that I never expected. He's like a enchantment combined monster. That's the best way I can think of it. Enchantment combined monster. Okay. So I think we've secured the second floor pretty well. And I think we are good to move on to the third floor. Our gear is kind of doing meh. I'm not gonna worry. I'll see. Ooh, that tickled. All right, let's get up to the third floor at the very least and quarantine it a little bit. Dropping off some lights around. Yeah. Alright, so when we get up to the third floor, there are two distinct pathways we can go. As well as we have this lovely balcony that leads over to the area. You can see our bed over there. I think I will run over to base and deposit some stuff real quick. And then I'll catch you guys back up here. So be right back. Alright, so we are ready to conquer the third floor of the dungeon, the area. So this area is mirrored, and it's got two distinct ways to go. We can go either to the left or the right. It's actually pretty simple and straightforward. Get in, torch up stuff, press through. It's the second part of the area that's kind of a bit tricky. Though, if you don't have the Boots of Steadfast, I can see this area being a little tricky at times because of the knockback on the guys. Like that would have sent me flying. So, not having the Boots of Steadfast can make this area a bit trickier. But because I do have the Boots of Steadfast, easy as pie. Okay, so the second part is where it gets a little spicy, or where it can get a little spicy. This is the part that has the pigmen, the warden officer, and witches. The pigmen have a weapon called stun gun that gives you oh, he dropped the fire resist. Gives you fire that has a fire aspect too. And we need to get in real quick. Get out. Oh, nope. Regen real quick. Hey guy, you messed up. Oh, good. You just slowed us. Which we're already slow, so joke's on you. Okay, lots of gear. So yeah, the big threats of this area is the combination of poison. The combination of poison and fire. This way is the one that leads to the next intersection. Or next area. So if you look at this entranceway right here, it kind of looks like a monster mouth. This is the intent of it. So we got these teeth right here, and we got this tongue and a mouth, and then this back of the mouth and little eyes. Post actually making it, it kind of reminds me of, I think it was Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice had some guy that was like that, where his eyes were in his mouth. I think it was Beetlejuice. So, in retrospect, it's very reminiscent of Beetlejuice, which is kind of cool. Let's get over here. So this is the side that leads over to the wool box, the blue wool. Here, guys. Let's see if we can get in here real quick. Get rid of these spawners. Oop. We need to get these potions on the bar. So when we go into here, now one of the nice things about having the Boots of Steadfast is you can get in here and you can take out that spawner, regardless of any mobs or pigmen or anything that try to knock you around. And that's kind of, this is another, what I'm kind of doing right now is another aspect of my maps that I like to try to promote, is kind of being risky and kind of being aggressive with it. So as you saw right there, you know, I've got the Boots of Steadfast. That means I can't be knocked around. I've got regen potion, I've got a health potion. That means I can get in there without too much of an issue, and I can break what I need to. So, you know, now that I, you know, since I had seen the previous side that had the 2 spawners and such, I can assume that this side is very similar, and so I can kind of go aggressive with it. So these cakes right here are more of an accident than anything. I was testing out the stun gun on the pigmen, and I needed some food to test, or just kind of to replenish health. And so that's what the cakes are for. And I accidentally left them there. So they're kind of a happy accident, but I can't imagine any players will really complain about having, you know, some food, free food around. Is there any, what gear is this? 6. Okay, got it. Okay, good. So yeah, that's it for Area 2. We've got our pathway over. You can hear a lot of mobs above us. That is the 4th floor that I had mentioned before that got turned into a honeypot. So if we come over here, sneaky rock, put some creeper spawners back here. So this is the entrance way to Area 3, and it also has iron in it. Ooh. So that's going to do it for today. Off screen, I will move stuff from the pre-2 base to probably here. I'll probably make a little mini base here. And we'll go from there for next time. So, as always, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or feedback, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. As always, this is Rock. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!